Hi, it's me, Chio. Welcome. So we are back for another episode of The Smart Money Woman, and today we are talking about episode 11. Now, I know I missed 1 week, so we're 1 week behind. And if you follow me on Instagram, you'd know that recent times have been tough for me, so I haven't been able to get as much work as I would prefer done. So everything has just been pushed, and that's why I'm making this video today. But no worries, you will get 2 videos next week to make up for the one that was missing. So getting into the episode of today, in the book, Tammy is talking with Zuri, and she's talking about how she found out that Soji went to London with, guess who? Obviously, Chinasa. So we know that the last time he ran away with all the money Adesua had, and now we find out how he ran away or what he did with the money. So basically, he said to start a business, a bar kind of business with Chinasa in London. And it's kind of like all shades of messy because he's broke, so that money is obviously Adesua's money. He's never been good at business. Chinasa is just a gold digger, and she has someone else who's super rich that's also sponsoring her, so of course she's going to end up leaving him and all that jazz. So Soji has hurt, obviously really hurt Adesua and embarrassed her, but at the end of the day, he's going to be the person losing, because the way I see it, throughout their marriage, he'd been spending all the money she earned, everything she earned. So she was always left with little. So now that he's taking everything and he's gone, she's starting from point zero, but the salary she makes monthly will pile up quickly because it's going to be more than the stuff Soji usually collects. The only big problem with the financial issue in Adesua's life is the fact that he also left her in debt because there are some things he was supposed to pay off that he didn't pay off, so now she has to handle that. But I know that she's going to get out of this eventually in her life. It's clearly something that can happen. It's just that for the scenario particularly, it's a really sad one to be in. And as we're reading the book, we're seeing stuff from Zuri's perspective. And as I said, Adesua's issue is something that can be solved. So now we're kind of looking at Zuri seeing that her friends have solved their issues. So the Ladon family tragedy seems to be solved. Adesua's issue seems to be solved, or at least they're on the path to being solved. And my view of this is yes, they weren't talked about that much in the book, but these tragedies were huge things that we were looking towards, looking to see how it unfolds. So for it to just be exposed and immediately just fixed without us seeing the process of it being fixed, it's kind of it could have been, more could have been done. That's how I feel about the issue. Zuri is reminiscing about everything. She's also thinking about her job and how far she's gone with her job, and how she was able to propose a business plan that is doing well. And she's thinking of telling Shola about this, but she doesn't want to reach out to him because of the fights they got into the last time. But Shola shows up at her house and they make up. Now here's my thing with that. There's this mindset that Zuri, Shola, I think Lara have about Zuri overreacting to the scenario. And yes, when you have a problem with someone, you can talk about it. The issue was not a big issue enough for them to break up and move on, but it was a big enough issue for a serious conversation and serious fixing needing to be done. So when Shola shows up, he apologizes for the situation. But my view is, even if he apologizes for hurting Zuri, the main thing hasn't been addressed. It wasn't just that he hurt her, but the words he said particularly were wrong. It was not in his place to say what he said. And there's no error of, I know now that I shouldn't have said this. It's more I was right, it's just I didn't say it to you nicely. And no, that is one thing, but you also shouldn't have said it because it was not in your place. But she forgives him, and apparently people are fine with the root of issues not being solved and just the surface things being solved. But okay, this is kind of where the book ends, and we move on to the TV series. So in the TV series, we actually get to see more of Ladun's journey, and there's this, it starts off with the family gathered together and they're talking about the burial, and kind of like they are putting way too much effort into this. They are planning a 4-day ceremony and looking for like really expensive special chablis, and they have like a whole party planner kind of thing. And it's like, you just found out that you are in debt. You just found out that it's like financial issues going on in your family. No one is happy, nothing is good, but because you want to save face for someone who's dead, I don't know, you are going the extra mile above and beyond to plan this extravagant burial. And of course, Ladun is like, even though she's always been like a baby girl, money spender kind of thing, she is aware that this is not what they should be doing now. But of course, the family blows up and it's like, oh no, this man is so prestigious, we must spend the last cent we have on him. But you're broke. You guys are broke, so you don't have that money to spend on him. But they are living in denial, so she can't really do anything to stop it. And like, this episode really focuses on Ladun's life, because like from here we see like she's at home with her husband and they're like sleeping, and he wakes up because everything is just weighing on him, and she's trying to comfort him. And that's where we find out exactly how much debt they're in, and it's so much money they owe. And it's like, she's also panicking because she has nothing to offer. And it's like, you cannot comfort someone when you are also panicking. You either have to be able to fake being okay, or you actually have to be okay. So it's this kind of, they are both in the mess together. But at the same time, throughout this whole thing, even though money has been a priority to her, like she likes spending, it's kind of been her lifestyle, we understand that she truly loves her husband, and in her mind, like, her belief is like ride or die. So at least they are together, at least that's not an issue that's going to be an issue. If they are together, if they are willing to work with each other, the issue can, if not overcome easily, but the burden, the way the burden feels, can be less. So I'm just happy for Ladun in that aspect, that it's not like every aspect of our life that is being greatly affected. So from Ladun's life, we finally get to see more of Zuri and Shola, and they're having like a cute lunch or something. And I know I say this every single time I talk about Shola, but I really dislike him. I mean, tell me why, when you guys are talking about the issue, they are talking about the issue Shola had in his past, like, oh, he's not always been like a perfect businessman, that he's also had problems. And then he talks about 9 years ago when he had a failed business. And usually people have failed businesses for like obvious reasons why businesses fail, because you're still growing, you're still learning, and the economy sucks. But no, he inserts a humble brag in his complaint about his business failed, and he's talking about how, oh, his business failed because it was way ahead of its time.
It was a payment platform way ahead of its time, so it crashed and burned.
Like, can we give Shola a realistic character? Can he be a realistic human being? Because no, I won't say no one, but of course there are people like this. But it's hard to find people that just go around talking the way he talks. I think that's like the best way I can put it, because it makes no sense. Like, come on, be like a human being. Like, I'm not seeing any humanness with him, except for the things I obviously don't like, but nobody else is seeing for some reason. So it's like, yeah, I would never have anything nice to say about Shola. That's it. And of course, I said the episode is mostly focused on Ladun, so we're back to Ladun's life, and she's with the girls, and they're helping her sort through her things, because she knows now to, like, in order to make up money to at least get by and just make their life easier, she has to sell off all her designer items, and it's like a burden. So her friends are there helping her, and they're making things kind of like, honestly, in the whole series, I think this particular scene with Ladun is the most believable, like the whole series, like the most I actually believed what's going on. It felt natural, the emotions felt real, everything just felt more. So I'm seeing like Ladun trying to be, her friends trying to talk to her, and she just trying to understand the situation and just accept the situation, but at the same time going through the burden of everything that's happening with her lifestyle, with the extended family and everything, and she's just trying to cope. And I'm happy she has like this support system of friends who are there to really help her. They're not just saying words, but they're taking practical steps to help her without making her feel small. And this episode will not be complete without talking about Tammy, baby girl lifestyle. And she's on a date with that guy that we barely got to see, the accountant guy that wasn't like a huge spender. And he's trying to invite himself for the burial. And of course, she's not really feeling it because he's not like the kind of person she's used to. She's only agreed to go out on a date with him because of like family pressure kind of thing. So things are not moving well for her. She's not like feeling it, but he is. And guess who walks in? Now, I don't remember his name. I can only remember him from the party. The loud guy that was like forcefully spending on them when they went for like a club party thingy. And so it's awkward for her because like these are the two guys she's seeing that they're running to each other, and she calls the guy she's with her friend, and the other one. It's just a ridiculous situation because I don't support Tammy most of the time. Like even in this scenario, I still think like it's a massive scenario to be in. But the thing is, this guy she's on a date with, this accountant guy, I don't know how he doesn't see that he's not a good match for Tammy, but he insists on being with her. It's like she requires this lifestyle which he constantly fails to provide for her. And when she asks him for help for her business, he tells her that, like when she asks him for financial help, he's like, oh, no worries, I know where you can get a loan from, or I know where you can talk to investment people from. But he's like brush his hand off and just like, no, I need it. When she tells him like, no, I need the actual cash, he completely refuses. And it's like, yes, you don't have to put your money in everyone's business, but this is the person you're dating. You should know that this is what she needs. So the other guy comes through for her and gives her money for her business, and this guy is angry about it because like, oh, you know, this guy is a crook, right? So I collected money from him. And she's like, it's for my business, it's not affecting my business, I'm taking that money. And he wants to storm out of the date because like, oh, this is on the girl I thought you were. Who did you think Tammy was? Like seriously, who did he think Tammy was? So he stands up to like, he calls the waiter so he can like pay and leave and like ditch her. Only for the waiter to walk up to him and tell him that the other guy has already paid for the meal. So that's embarrassing. And he leaves, and that's where the episode ends. And it's kind of like wondering what will happen to the next episode thing, because I don't know if Tammy's story is a story they want to expand on, but it's generally like everything that's happening in the episode like just feels more, and it's generally more believable and like bigger than what's happening in the book. So this is where episode 11 ends, and it's kind of talking about earning more money, knowing like how to use the money you have and how to like grow it and all that kind of thing. And yeah, so it was kind of like, it was the same length, and I know like I felt like there was more that was happening, but at the same time the story felt shorter to me. That's fine with me, that's fine. So apparently that's it for this episode, and if you like this one, don't forget to leave a thumbs up and subscribe, and also turn on the notification bell so you never miss a thing. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.